Hi there guys, it's Joel here from Aussie Chart Trends. Today's market update is for Tuesday the 22nd of January 2013. Firstly, we're going to take a look at the S&p 500 and then we'll take a look at the asx200. Before we get into today's update, I've just got to remind you that aussiecharttrends.com.au and this video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in this video is intended to be used as any form of investment advice. I'm not a licensed professional. You need to make your own decisions regarding your investments. I'm just here to help anyone searching for a practical direction in today's markets. Okay, so firstly, we're going to take a look at the S&p 500. This is a long-term chart of the S&P going all the way back to November 1995 after we've seen this huge rally up. And today we're just going to really talk about the top that we've seen in the S&P the last couple of times. Each time we've rallied up to that 1550, 1600 area. The S&P has had a violent sell-off into a bear market. The fact that we're approaching these levels overall is a sign now that we have to start being a little bit more alert as to where we're at in the current marketplace. We may very well come up and take this level out, but overall we do need to keep a close eye on what the S&P 500 does and whether we do make a topping formation if and when we do get up to this area. Okay, looking on the hourly chart here, really the thing that we're keeping our eye on at the moment with the S&P 500 is this bottom blue line here and this top channel line here. The S&P has been bound between these two lines now for a long time. Apart from that swift move that we had down there about the fiscal cliff business, but the technicals did get swayed out there by the fundamental information a bit, and we were able to get back over that 1435 level, which is the neckline to our inverted head and shoulders pattern. But now that we're over this area, we are expecting that we'll eventually get up to that 1530 area in the coming months ahead. With this market, for now, we don't really have any pattern as such, as the previous pattern that we just had was that little inverted head and shoulders pattern that would give us a boost up to that 1483 area, which we did achieve, and we're roughly sitting around that 1485 area now. Rising level of resistance there is around that 1490, 1495 area, and we have a level there of rising support around the 1470 area. So for now, let's just keep our eye on the S&P and make sure that that's doing its job. More importantly, let's take a look at the asx200. Okay, looking on the hourly chart here, following up from yesterday's video, we were talking about this little flag pattern. You'll notice I've changed these lines to blue. Now this little flag pattern, we had a measurement here, and we just add this onto where the market broke out. We almost met that minimum expected target by a few points, if anything, and then the market came back down to test this lower blue boundary line within inside our little flag pattern, and then late in the day we're able to close over this top descending blue line. So what is going on with the asx200? What I've done, as you'll notice, these two green lines here that I've drawn, this entire pattern to me looks like it's fairly toppy. For the fact that we actually rose up fairly hard and then we've proceeded to go sideways for a few days, it's looking to me like that this pattern here is looking like a rising wedge. So if we do see a break of this green line here, we should see a pullback in the asx200 if this green line breaks. Today we closed right at that lower boundary level there of support. So in tomorrow's trade, it would not surprise me if we did break down. Seems that this green line did eventually break, and it looks as if we're just hanging on an edge here. If we do get a bounce tomorrow, let's see if this top boundary line here creates a level of resistance. And if it does, we'll most likely know that this is a rising wedge pattern. We do have two clear touches on this top line, and we've got two clear touches on this bottom line here. Alright guys, that's fairly much it for today. I'll be back tomorrow with another free daily market update. Thanks very much for watching.